What's going on, everybody? It's Barz and Shotz, episode 30. We got the whole clicking team. We got myself. We got DJ Big J. We got Ant the Great One. And we got Jarrell.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? How's everything?
It sound like Call of Duty. I'm about to say, this nigga got a new sound effect on the pod.
I do. Well, no, I actually told them you came on a little tardy, so boom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I apologize.
You guys sound great.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you. I've been working on my voice ever since those snippets, so, you know.
Oh, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about
yes,
it?
we should.
Okay.
Word up.
All right.
And getting busy.
Hey, but
Good.
well, I was going to say before we get into that, man, we just want to send our condolences out to Fred, the Godson family. Say rest in peace to Fred, the Godson, who passed away from COVID-19 on April 22nd. He was diagnosed with it April 6th, and the South Bronx rapper passed away April 22nd. So just want to rest in peace to Fred, the Godson. I actually listened to his last album, man, Underground album. He was an underground legend in New York. So
Yes, he was.
absolutely, man.
Prayers up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Prayers up, man.
Man, when I heard that, I ain't had no words, man. Like,
I ain't believe it.
yeah, like, that was crazy.
It's surreal, man. This COVID shit, man, hitting everybody home, man.
That's
Like, Fred was young, man. Like, this not a game.
That's a fact.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like chalking shit up to that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had some underlying issues we didn't know about, but most likely he did.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's sad.
You want to know the spooky part about this whole thing is I stopped clicking on like news about this because they even got a special on Netflix about the corona and about where it came from, and I don't want to watch it because I don't believe nobody. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't believe that.
So
Yeah, don't watch that.
Yeah, it's like, Jay, I definitely feel what you're saying because I've seen articles where they're saying they're paying people to say, hey, this person died from this. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to.
They said the hospital gets paid more by saying that was a COVID-19 death.
Right.
And then the numbers scare people, period. Like, if, you know what I mean? If, such and such died of liver failure, such and such had a heart attack. You get what I'm saying? Such and such died from a respiratory failure. You get what I'm saying? Like, they won't say that. They'll say, they died from COVID.
Right. Because in this article, if you actually read the article, it says Fred had kidney issues and they failed on him. So once you read it, it goes more into detail. But if you don't read the article, you're like, oh man, COVID. Well, the COVID allegedly, you know what? I'm not even going to say allegedly because I don't know the real story, but the COVID triggered this kidney failure. And it is what it is. But I'm with you though, Jay. I really don't know about whether like to keep leading with COVID. But I also want to say that we got to send our prayers up to Scarface, man. He's battling it as we speak. He's fighting it, but
he got it too?
Yeah, Scarface been had it.
You get what I'm saying? I thought Scarface had this shit like last month, B.
Yeah, but he's sick. Like he's not. He
already had health issues.
Yeah, so he's not. He hasn't come out of it yet. But the last time they checked up on him, he said he's on dialysis and things like that. So, I mean, we wish him a speedier recovery. Right.
Yes, he's still sick, man.
That's why I was shocked. Huh?
Well, I'm starting my fast tomorrow, man. This shit, it's scary. Like, it's scary.
That's why I was shocked when they just was like, yo, Babyface had it, but he don't have it no more. Like, y'all not going to make the announcement? Like, this is something. I mean, I respect their privacy. I do. But that would have been crazy for them to just pop up and say Babyface didn't make it. But people are fighting it off. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. True. So,
because to be honest, he didn't say he didn't have to say he had it in the first place.
Yeah, he didn't. Right.
It's mad.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I'm sure it's mad people that have it that ain't saying shit. So
now,
if I get it, I ain't saying shit.
Now,
I'm not saying anything either.
Now, we don't have to stay on this topic, but I did see an article that was just like, ever since Cardi B said celebrities are being paid to announce they have it, the announcements have kind of stopped. But the COVID isn't stopping. So it's just like, are celebrities falling back from the announcement? Or you get what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that. But
yeah.
So I think we should start with the hot topic of the week, man. French Montana versus Kendrick Lamar featuring Young Thug. And let me see if I got these sound bites working, man, because I did a little homework while I was waiting for you guys to log on. Let me know if you can hear this or not.
This is me sober.
You hear that?
Want to see me high like you.
Right.
It's a little low.
And if you
But I can
find
hear
that footage from me, tell them I'll give you an extra $1 million. On my son's life. You get that
Right.
footage, I'll give you $1 million. Because 50 would have bought it first. If you was smart, you'd have thought of that.
You're already.
But besides that,
Talk to him.
you don't got more money than me.
What's the matter? You never saw a millionaire before?
Stop. Bro, you know, I've been getting money for too long. And let's just talk about one thing only. Is if somebody asks me, does Kendrick Lamar have more hits than me? Then I talk about better R's, then I talk about that. What am I supposed to say? It ain't my fault certain niggas feel like they're a piece of shit by themselves. I feel like I'm the shit. And I feel like I got a lot of hits. Of course I'm gonna be like, yeah, nigga. Against anybody. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm that nigga. I got more hits than whoever. Tell people why you.
Okay, so y'all heard that.
His last sentence said, "I got more hits than whoever." Yeah, he sounds dumb as hell. That's what I'm saying. Like, he sounds stupid. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, we talk about French Montana. Like,
who that, Jay?
like, I'm ready for it. Yeah. Side nigga, like, I need to know. We talk, nigga. Side nigga, we need to know. Like, this is French Montana we talking about.
So,
Nigga pause like he was about to have a dissertation out this fucking. Let's go, Jay. Let's go.
all right, coming from a creative, he has every right to feel how he feels, and he has every right to say what he says. I say this all the time. No man who's in any profession is going to say, not even a man, no person who's in any profession is going to say, such and such is better than me. I don't care if you motherfucking Robert Horry. And a bitch say you better than fucking Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan put together, you're supposed to say yes. Yes, I am. You get what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
we get that. It's just
so now,
stupid. That last sentence he said, that was nowhere near factual, though. Like, he got more hits than anybody. Fuck out of here, man. Like, no.
So now, again, my argument from when I was in the room, when I was saying I am not going to pick a side, like how y'all said I was picking a side, was it all depends. And I've been saying this since the battle. What's the fucking criteria? Because if we're going to say that, yes, French Montana radio club hits have been bigger than Kendrick Lamar's because he has none. What? He has none.
He don't have any. Hold on. Say that. You don't have any radio hits. Say that last sentence.
Kendrick doesn't have any crazy radio club hits. No.
Wow.
Kendrick has hits.
Wow.
But what was the last song I heard on, like, what, Humble, All of the Stars? You get what I'm saying? And like Humble. That's what I mean. Now,
Humble was right. Like, didn't Humble get to like top 10 on Billboard though? Like, what do you mean?
So now, what I'm saying is it's two different artists, and this is why this shit doesn't make sense to me. French, you're not a Kendrick Lamar tier artist. So pop that, stay scheming, all of that shit. Yes. They may be bigger than some of his joints, but it served its purpose. All of that shit, it was played in the club because that's what it was for. That's your artistry. You get what I'm saying? Not to take away from it, but you don't make thought-provoking songs. So why would you even want to battle Kendrick?
To keep his name above, like, yeah, that's
man, ain't nobody. That's another thing I was saying. No, Kendrick fans aren't checking for French Montana, and French Montana fans aren't checking for Kendrick. Now, him and Young Thug, I can do that. I can do French and Young Thug.
Yeah, they're in the same drag. We're not. I still got Young Thug.
Right.
We still have to remember that we're talking about French Montana. Right? I'm abstaining from my that vote.
But then French mixtapes and some of his joints does resonate with different people. This is the whole 50 verse Josh shit. It all goes back to mixtapes and this, that, and the third, or what are we doing? Verses and songs. Like, no one has given a criteria. They're just putting people together. Babyface, Teddy Riley didn't make sense, but they did it. But you get what I'm saying? So that's my stance on it. Like, but he tripping. He bugging. He bugging.
Teddy Riley and Babyface made sense. They were actually competing. They were actually competing. Huh?
How about they made sense to people? They just didn't make sense to you, Jay. They made sense to me.
Yeah,
okay. Like, it made sense to everybody.
It made a lot of sense. They were out at the same time producing records around the same time.
It's the same era. I don't understand why they wouldn't.
They both produced for the same artist, like Babyface and Teddy Riley, like co-produced Bobby Brown's most
on the same album.
The same album that we.
I get it, but the songs that was prepared even to begin, the first one and the second one, it just I don't know. To me, it didn't
so
make
you're
sense.
saying like the show versus Two Occasions? Like, why would you? Do that?
Like y'all, the point y'all was making. What are we going to listen to? Fucking New Jack Swing versus Ballad. This is like
but
it's giving people that opposite too, like people who don't like New Jack Swing to get to listen to the ballads and vice versa.
Hey Jay,
how about this? We listened to it and we voted, and whoever you thought won. Like, I don't see why. Like, it wasn't really that difficult.
To me,
it's not that it was difficult. It just didn't make sense.
To me, this is why it worked. Because while you're listening to it, you're listening to Teddy Riley take you to the club, and then you followed it with Babyface taking you home afterwards. That's why it worked. It worked because Teddy Riley was getting you in the club, getting you ready to get it down. Babyface was putting it down in the crib. So it just gave you that vision of Teddy Riley wants to take you to the club, but Babyface wants to get you in that bedroom.
So then it was an entire wash.
But then Teddy Riley could take you in the bedroom too. You feel me?
This is true.
So that's just my opinion. Like shit just doesn't make sense. And French Montana versus Kendrick don't make sense.
When you say
Teddy Riley versus Babyface,
when you say the show versus Two Occasions, that's basically what we saying. The show's going to get you dancing in the club.
Occasion.
Okay. But French Mom.
And I get hung for that.
No. It's a lot of people that pick that.
Yeah.
And I get hung for that.
You don't get hung for that.
No, I'm the only one here that picked the show.
Right? So but this is my whole thing. Like, give me something show-like from Babyface. You get what I'm saying?
You won't get that from him.
What's the better track? That's
you won't
what
get that from him. You get that from
him. It was just a class, like two classic legends showcasing it.
Here's why.
That's all the verses is, bro. It's a showcase.
That's all these are, Jay.
But Jay,
that's all these are.
The show is a huge.
Bitch, stop calling it a verse, then. Call it a fucking showcase.
Okay, but
Jay, you gotta take that up with Switch and
yeah.
Like personally, I get what they're saying. He has an excellent point. I wouldn't have called it shit versus either, but I wish we could change it.
But look, Jay,
ask them niggas.
So Teddy Riley would play the show. And we'll get back to French Montana real quick, but Teddy Riley would play the show. And if you're Babyface in that moment, you go, do I have something to compete? Do I just use a throwaway? Or do I just stick to my game plan? So when you say it don't match, Babyface has to stick with his game plan. I see what you did there. And number two, Babyface said, I didn't even know you did that. So he wasn't even prepared for that. So yeah, Two Occasions versus the show. It doesn't look right on paper, but I got to stick with my lineup.
It's a lot that Babyface ain't played, man. It's a lot that he could have played and didn't play, man. We forgot about TLC.
It was honestly, and both of them could have did the same thing, yo. They could have both went like another 20.
Right.
Like we talk about two legends, man. Like it really ain't no winner and loser. There's mad people that had Teddy Riley winning. There's mad people that had Babyface winning. They two legends. It's just who you resonate towards more. That's all it is.
It was a draw to me, man.
Like, because they both legends. Like, you can't, it's almost hard to be like, yo, he won because of the songs. Usually these niggas is winning because of the songs that they pick, not because of the song that they really produced.
And
like,
also,
it's not really a versus thing like that. Like you said.
And
it's
also,
not okay.
And also, if y'all look at Swiss account, RZA Premier, Babyface, and Teddy Riley, they stopped going with the score. They haven't said who won. They're talking about who viewed now. Now, before they were like, oh, T-Pain and Little John, who won? They ain't did that for RZA and Premier and Teddy Riley and Babyface. So, Jay, you're absolutely right. This ain't versus no more because they not even calling a winner.
Yeah.
They used to post. They used to post on their individual social media accounts of who they thought won. Now they just like the culture won, hip hop won,
like
we won.
Like they talked about like Diddy and Dre might go at it, right? regardless of what they play, some people are going to say Dre won regardless. Some people are going to say Diddy won regardless. It's all about what you like personally.
I'm excited for that, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not really excited. I'm excited, but I said, it's not a versus thing. They're just playing shit.
I'm not excited for the commentary. Like, people really think that there's, and it may be, but I hate it. Like, for fans of music, like the four of us on this podcast, it's not about where you from. If it's dope, it's dope.
Right.
I can hear Dr. Dre playing something and just the West Coast people like, man, that's hot. He won. And then Puff playing something and it's like, oh, that one from New York. And then you got the whole East Coast, West Coast bias thing. People still think that, well, some are, but people always reply with this East Coast bias because Nelly and Air Force One, so we can talk about later too. But you can't even have an opinion without somebody saying you're biased because of where you're from.
Right.
People just say you biased just because you disagree with them.
Right.
That's
Why
all.
can't I not like a Dre beat and it be, man, it's that East Coast bias? No, I actually don't like that record. But I love the other stuff that Dre do. So I'm not too excited for that because, for one, Teddy Riley and Babyface broke Instagram. What do you think Dre and Puff going to do? So with that being said, it might not even be on Instagram because it's no way that you can have that type of competitive.
Nah, that shit gonna be on Instagram.
Nah, it might like that might have to go on like Tidal or something, bro.
Diddy already he already did that. He already did the party shit that he did.
Yeah, he did the little dance party shit, man. But
quote
we're talking about
already,
though, bro.
He's quote on. Where else are they gonna do that?
Tidal. Gotta get
how.
This.
Yeah, but Jay, Swiss was on.
Listen. Dre just let the Chronic go on Tidal for the first time ever. Like
not everybody has Tidal. Nor is everybody going to run to go get Tidal. Everybody has Instagram.
But Jay, Swiss and Timberland was on. They were live talking about do they want to do pay-per-view. So I don't know where, but it ain't gonna be Instagram if that's what they're thinking.
That's why I was all paid for it.
Because if Instagram is going to crash on an epic party like that, because think about it, this makes Swiss and Tim look bad. Because when things go wrong, they're like, "Yo, Tim, Swiss, what's going on?" So if they're going to crash off Babyface and Teddy Riley, Instagram will not hold Puff versus Dre. It just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, the world gonna watch that.
So we would like it to stay on Instagram for free, but they're already lobbying a pay-per-view. And that's why Ant asked last week, will we do it? And I'm like, no. I'm not going to do it.
Nah. I'll order shit in my iTunes.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I do?
Every single last track that these niggas
you know what I do?
I can play.
I'll wait for the playlist to hit Tidal.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'll make the playlist.
Right.
Right. So you know what they're going to play.
And to be honest, based on Instagram, when the playlists drop, you get a better feel of what they was actually playing on your playlist.
Right.
Like we know what RZA was playing, but we couldn't really hear it. We knew what Teddy Riley was playing, but sometimes it wasn't coming through the speakers, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. So you get a better feel from the playlist.
They gotta play like some more unreleased tracks if they're gonna do a battle too, yo. They gotta play unreleased joints that we ain't heard yet.
That gotta be at the end though.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to do that.
Man, they gotta throw them in there, man.
They're just gonna get torched like Sean Garrett. Yeah, even Diddy and Dre.
All right, these is on different caliber than Dream and Sean Garrett, bro.
Yeah, but
don't nobody want to hear no unreleased shit from them.
We like nostalgia though.
Wait.
How are you a DJ?
Wait. About being a DJ.
Wait. Hold.
We did this shit before.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what's that noise?
Gunshots, baby.
That's
Gunshots.
them fucking gunshots. Call of Duty.
Jay, I see what you mean, but if Diddy got some unreleased big shit, I don't care what you're saying right now.
I want to hear that shit.
And if Dre says, Chronic 2020, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to want to hear that.
Or if he got some old Snoop shit that's never been heard before, play it at the end. Like, I agree that it should not be played during the battle. But once
play it at the end.
Play it at the end. You can't play it during the battle.
No. Yeah, give us both. Stop calling it battle. Showcase.
Jay, it's still going to be competitive.
Play this shit at the end.
It's still going to. It's Dre and Puff.
Yeah, I think Yeah, I think it's going to be competitive with them two.
It's going to be competitive.
It depends on the fighter.
One, the history there.
Right.
And let's be honest, Teddy Riley was trying to take it to Babyface, and Babyface was trying to take it to Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley was like, "Oh, you cheating? They told me I couldn't bring my instruments in." You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they was Teddy Riley.
It ain't go front. Babyface actually really stunned Teddy Riley at least 2 or 3 times.
Teddy Riley, Babyface said, "You did that?" He was like, "Yeah, this the remix." Because Babyface was like, "Yo, I didn't know you did a few records Teddy Riley dropped that was already produced, but he might have added a little kick to it, like the Janet Jackson, I Get Lonely. That was a song already. Teddy Riley added a little bit of seasoning to it. Babyface said, "Oh, you did that?" You feel what I'm saying?
So like that Foxy Brown song too. He did.
Wait, hold on. They said, "I don't do remixes." I don't understand, bro.
He said, "That's cool because I don't do remixes."
Cool. He was like, "You don't remember the first night when this nigga was performing this show, and he said what you did with your arms was cute." But then he played 2 occasions, nigga. Like don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like you can tell, like with the people who have history is really the most fun. Like them 2 dudes had history together.
And Jay,
like, they like Big Brother and Little Brother. Diddy and Dre got history, yo.
And Jay, you're not going to want to watch this for another reason. They're going to have some backstories on some of the songs. The part you hate the most.
Yeah, I don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, Jay, I got to hear. Even though they heard the stories, but I would like to hear like a Pac story or a Snoop story and Dre talk.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. A lot of these battles I didn't watch the day of.
That's fine.
Did you watch any of them in its entirety?
I watched. Nah.
Oh well. Yo, I don't know. I don't know.
Talking.
Yo, Flo, I don't know how to move forward.
Once they start talking and they look like they about to get winded, nah. Especially like I said, I was done with Premier RZA at fucking track 6.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one all through.
And then I couldn't get it. I couldn't get into the Teddy and Babyface. I actually wanted to watch.
To me, I'm so much of a music head. I don't give a fuck what they say. I watched every second of all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I don't know why. Like I had to. Like I couldn't turn it off.
Which one has been the best one so far?
Best one as far as what though?
Like entertaining.
The best entertaining. I go Little John T-Pain.
That's the one I was gonna say. Goddamn.
That one was the clearest, and I just knew what was coming, except for the Little John joint where he produced that reggae track, but you just knew it was banger after banger. I think sometimes Premier and RZA played records I wouldn't have played. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Premier was playing, what's that group name? Group Home. Like, I get it, but boy, you could have left that off. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, remember I picked Preem, and I'm still pissed. Don't even bring that up, yo.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really, really, really no diss to the RZA. I know we be talking about the RZA a lot because that's Flaw's favorite producer.
Yeah.
But he's one of mine too. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of favorite producers. He's one of them. No disrespect to him, but Preem, like what was you playing? Like I don't understand. That shit is all
Preem was playing KRS-One records, yo.
Yeah.
Like no, but you can play those records, but you have to play them at a certain time. Like play KRS-One, cool, that's KRS-One. But Group Home, son, like don't play no Mobb Deep records, man. I mean, not Mobb Deep, MOP. Don't play no MOP.
Right, because you don't have the staple.
Going against Triumph and shit.
You don't have the staple like. Premier doesn't have the staple MOP records. He has album cuts. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Premier starts off his battle with a Jay-Z record and then goes to Group Home. It's like, yo, you don't. That's you playing with our emotions now because you started high.
Nigga had like Group Home against Liquid Sword, son. Like what are you doing? What are you doing?
So I'm gonna go with T-Pain and Little John's my favorite one because of the energy and the clearness. Like both of them, to me, I was able to hear both ones, and no issue was with both of them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's the one I was going to say.
My favorite was the Babyface and Teddy Riley one. Probably because I'm old.
Yeah.
So
and your shoulders was moving.
No, I'm saying all of that. What? Nigga, my shoulders was moving as soon as that nigga started jamming with the show the first time. My like all that arm, like that cute arm movement shit, I was doing the same thing. I'm just not supposed to be Teddy Riley. But yeah, like and plus that battle that battle had the funny, like all the funny moments happened in that battle.
Oh yeah, classic.
Like the Teddy Rice, like Spice Adams and shit, like all the memes with Teddy, like that breaking down the first night, that it turned into being epic when it comes to being funny. So I will say that one just because of that. But they always dope though.
I'm not even gonna ask you, Jay.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I fucked with the like I said, I went back and watched them in their entirety. So like the night of, I didn't.
So what's your favorite one?
I fucked with my favorite one. I'm gonna say
Neo.
Yeah, word is life.
Yeah,
that's your lane.
That's your lane. It was a good one though.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, that was.
Angle front. That might have been my number 2. Like that was dope.
The dream is Sean Garrett. Like if Sean Garrett would have been normal.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying.
If Sean Garrett would have played
weird shit,
if Sean Garrett would have played the stuff he would have played, he would have had a real shot, yo. Because Sean Garrett is nasty.
Okay, so
but then T-Pain and Little John, I kind of like I said, the only thing that threw me off was the Kaplan Contour. Yeah, like I don't know, like, but I expected that. I expected their battle that they win.
So
but they need to send out the platform on how to be that clear. That's what needs to be happening. That's what needs to happen.
So let's play the guessing game. And I know that because the conversation that we keep hearing week after week is a certain producer or artist or writer didn't play joints. So when Puff and Dre do battle, which one is more likely to leave the door open for the other one to capitalize? Somebody's not going to play something, Dre. Okay.
Dre.
Okay.
Dre.
But again, coming from a creative side, it's really how they approach it. So like when y'all was saying how Premier was playing Group Home and all of this, to him, in his heart,
right,
he might have felt like this is my best work. Just like they're saying Manny Fresh is still confused how he lost.
How about everybody that was confused and stuff? All of them lost.
Like, cause
all of them lost.
Manny Fresh was like, I thought this was a beat battle. Like I actually played beats I made.
Right.
He played beats he played the piano on.
Plus, it was a hip hop. He thought it was a hip hop beat battle as well. Like he was playing R&B cuts and pop. I mean,
now I get the R&B cuts might have threw Manny off, but when they say you're battling Scott Storch, you should know that Scott Storch might have only played a third of the beat. So you should know who you're battling. So don't wait till after the battle's over and say, "Oh, you only played the piano on that."
That's why when he said that shit, I thought it was bullshit. Like you nigga, you know who the fuck Scott Storch is. You're Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Hey.
We all know who Scott Storch is. That nigga is not just Blaze.
Right. Now, so French Montana is out the window with that. Jay, you agree that if you say you the man, you the man. But Ant and Rel, y'all like, fuck that. There's no way you can beat Kendrick Lamar on no battle.
What? No, hold on. No, I agree with Jay when it comes to that.
Okay.
French is supposed to feel that way. I just think he's stupid.
But it's crazy how nobody.
You can feel that way if you want to.
It's
like,
crazy.
You're supposed to feel that way.
Fucking Bernie Maxwell thought he was giving Michael Jordan the business.
Bernie Maxwell,
like he was.
Nobody beat him up like me.
Yeah, right, nigga. You Bernie Maxwell.
Yeah,
like.
He was talking about the bread at first. He was like he ain't got more money than him.
He was talking to Young Thug, because Young Thug had intervened and just was like, "Fuck you talking about, bitch ass nigga." You know how he talk. So and then Young Thug was like, "Don't let me buy that footage of when Meek knocked you out." So French was like, "If you got the footage, I give you $1 million." Now you know 50 would have bought that footage if that footage existed. So you should have thought about that. But if Meek Mill got footage, I'll give you $1 million if you got it. He said, we won't get knocked out over here.
French got a point.
Yeah. So French
50 definitely would have had that.
Yeah, he would have grabbed that. He faced that.
50 would have been in it.
So
I don't know. I don't fuck with French, man. So
is there a backstory?
Y'all know I don't fuck with French like that, man.
Because Max B.
That's your man, though.
French never been a dope artist to me at all. Like he have his moments where, you know what I'm saying, but he's never been a raw rapper to me. You know what I'm saying? He stole niggas ad libs. Like he's weak. Like
Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah.
He stole my man with the dreads ad lib, man.
I ain't gonna front. I don't think French is good either. He's not good.
But he has to be good at something. What is he good at? Because he's good at something.
Don't get me wrong. He got joints. He's not a good rapper.
Okay, but look.
He's a good feature artist.
What is he good at though?
He's a good feature artist.
Is he good at picking?
He's good at picking. He's good at getting on track and sounding dope, quote unquote dope. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to him, he's not saying nothing. Like,
right.
You know what he good at? Being on Bad Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
talk to me,
this
Jay.
Last album, this Montana album came out on Bad Boy.
He on Bad Boy.
Okay. Like Bad Boy got it since that time.
It's a venture thing.
Yeah.
Because at one point he was Bad Boy man. He was with MMG.
Yeah.
But Bad Boy Collective.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's good at like not even staying relevant, but good at just being in the moment. Like he's just good at being in the moment.
We talk
got a little swag. He gets ready.
Hold on. Whatever. I thought we was talking about musically. What's he good at?
Musically, he good
Not
at
his personality. Nigga, fuck his personality. What you say? You thought what? I thought we were talking about musically. What he's good. What is he good at?
Musically. Like promise
being in the moment.
like being able to. What I mean by being in the moment is like song wise, like sonically, he's able to not be in a moment, but not be whack, not sound dated, not you know what I mean. Like he can adapt. He can adapt. So musically, like it's just he can put together a song, however you feel that he can do that. That's just how I feel. Like
bro, Drake gave this dude 2 joints on that Montana album, bro. Not one, but 2. And neither one of them started, bro.
I don't know.
His last album?
Yeah, bro.
The whole being good at just being in the moment or being good because he's relevant, like, I don't know. Like, are you good? Or like, are you really good? Should you really count as being a good artist just because you make music for maybe a younger crowd than you're supposed to at this point? Because French old as hell. Like, French got to be like in his mid-30s, right?
I believe so.
So then he has longevity.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, he does have longevity. He's still in the game.
But then this is what I mean by
he's 35 years old.
Crowd. First of all, he's not old.
For music, that is old, Jay. No?
In rap years, he's kind of old, bro.
He's 35 years old in rap. That's old.
Nigga, and I'm 36. I ain't old.
And you old in rap years, bro. You kind of old.
Yeah, you better not drop your debut album next year.
I get what you're saying.
Like, you old as hell, son.
My debut album is coming later.
Yo, I ain't gonna. I'll cop.
Not before mine.
I'll cop both y'all. Y'all both old. Hey, yo, for the record, y'all both old, though.
Said the old man.
This first one,
yes.
What I was saying was like what I was saying about like French crowd. That's what I meant. Like how you saying how he's making music for the younger generation. So, and no disrespect to you, but you have people that feel about French that how Ant feels about Mac. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So when they were big,
I don't feel disrespected by that because this is why French made his best music with Mac. You feel me? Period.
That's your opinion.
I don't feel the type of way.
So now you have people who are still that way, quote unquote. Like I said, a lot of people who are still stuck in their years, who are still who can't listen enough to progress. So people are still talking about the mac and cheese mixtape. Like I still like when I update people iPods and iPads and shit like that, they be like, "Yo, make sure you put all them mac and cheeses on it."
You know why?
Like,
he was rolling with Max B at that time, and Max was giving me this all of the
whatever. Nobody's asking Max B, but
man, listen, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I say about French.
I used to like French. I used to like Frenchie. Once French got on Bad Boy, it was over.
Album.
Huh?
I fucks with that. Excuse my French album, front to back.
I'm talking. All right, we talking about the Montana album, the one that just dropped last year in December, though. Like, we talking about now. Like,
I ain't finished it. I have to go back and listen to it.
Hey,
but
yo.
I still rock with the Excuse My French album. Like, I still play that shit.
Before we go to, you know what? Let's just segue into the next topic because I just saw a clip and I want to get y'all opinion on it, but I don't want to go off track. But I saw a picture on Instagram and I wanted to get y'all opinion on it. So speaking of Kendrick Lamar, let's segue into this. Whose sophomore album was better? The best out of these four? Drake, Take Care, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, J. Cole, Born Sinner, Kanye West, Late Registration. How we going with this?
Take Care.
Good Kid, Mad City.
I'm gonna go Take Care.
I'm going with Kendrick, yo.
Kendrick.
I'm going with Kendrick. On solely, I would have said Drake if he had a different outfit on his cover, yo.
Nah,
the velvet
fire,
and the candle lights and the part in his head and shit. No,
I'm biased to Good Kid. That's my favorite album in the last like fucking 20, 25 years, yo.
Okay.
That Good Kid. Wait,
Yep.
Say it again.
That's like
Say what?
That's probably like my favorite album, probably like in the last 20 years.
Time. Yeah, Kendrick.
The way he did it, the way he did that fucking album, bro.
I love that album.
To how
everything.
It was perfect, son. It was perfect. Like to me, it's like we throw the word classic around a lot. To me, that's one of the not one of the last ones, but one of the last true ones. Like that.
Now that is a true classic album.
That's going to be up there even 10, 20 years from now. People are still going to say that's a classic album.
Hey Jay, who did you pick?
Take Care.
I think Take Care.
Okay.
That's not a bad pick at all, though.
It's not.
Like, Take Care is fire.
This is a solid list. Do y'all mind giving me y'all 4, like 1 through 4? Like, which is the worst?
Oh, it gotta be J. Cole.
What was the other Late Registration and then
J. Cole, Born Sinner.
And
Cole. Yeah.
And plus, out of those 4, not saying that it's a fact, but consensusly, he's probably like 4th place when it comes to who artist is the most popular anyway. Like,
now, we had this conversation before where J. Cole might frustrate you because he produces his own beats. But what if he had the Neptunes or Pharrell in his corner as like his sole producer? So I want to play y'all some.
I think he was got another Born Sinner album.
I want to play y'all some records. Oh, tell me, Jay, what you say?
Born Sinner to me sounds like it's an industry album. Like the label was like, we need this album. Because that's the one that had Mr. Night's Watch and all that on there, right?
I don't know.
So what he had to do for the contract?
No, not that one. Oh, I gotta look at the track list. I forgot.
Let me play y'all.
What I'm saying is one that he was contractually obligated to do. So he's like, let me just do this album.
Well, I think that was like his second album. So yeah, it's a sophomore.
Mr. Night's Watch, I think, is on his first album. Well, it's not on Born Sinner.
Speaking of that, Jay, his first album was the industry album actually, and I think
that was the industry.
album. So Born Sinner,
Timberland, he had.
So
you talk about Cold World. That's the first album.
Yeah,
Cold World. And that was the
World,
industry album. Everything after that, I think Cole's been doing what he wants to do. Honestly,
that's the one with Mr. Night's Watch on it. The first
one. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And Dial in the Dream Part 3 and all that shit. Lights Please and all that. Like, that's the first album. Workout. That was his industry joint. Like, he came in on some industry shit. Because I remember when he first started with Rock Nation, like, that was the big holdup. Remember how his album didn't drop for mad long?
Yeah.
Because he wanted complete creative control and they wouldn't give it to him. So he had to release this. So then after this was successful, then I think they gave him the free rings on Born Sinner. He'd been producing and selecting his tracks by himself ever since then.
And on Born Sinner, he had to let Nas down because he did the Cold World album, and it just wasn't received well by hip-hop.
That's why he let Nas down. Yeah. Like that's why that was on that album, because the first album wasn't really his album. Like, he just put it out because they made him do that. It was his first album. He had no leverage.
So look, right? I'm gonna play these records, and I don't know if y'all can hear them or not, but it's gonna sound dope on the playback. But these are some of J. Cole records if they was produced by Pharrell.
This shit ain't fair though.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Okay.
When this shit dropped, I was like 16, trying to get some head from a mixtape.
Yeah.
Big dreams.
Nope.
See, that's there. Turn this off, y'all.
Yeah, turn this shit off.
It's too because it's too easy. Like anybody, it's like that beat. It's the Neptunes. Like who wouldn't sound good on that?
Okay.
Some people just don't mesh together.
Well,
And then we all know, as from a DJ's perspective, right? When you do a blend, a lot of DJs don't blend in key. Even and before I learned about key and all of that shit, I never blended. I never did a blend in key. So like some lyrics just aren't going to sound right by doing something like that. But then also, who's to say his creative mindset would have took him to a beat like that? You get what I'm saying?
so J. Cole
Like,
can't win.
Yeah, like what he rapping about don't match the beat kind of like for me when I heard it.
Because now we're reaching. Because before the argument was his beats. All I'm saying is, imagine J. Cole with Pharrell, and J. Cole is still rapping like he's rapping. Does he go from this artist that is like the little brother of the big brothers, or are we having a conversation where we're like, yo, J. Cole is really rattling Drake and Kendrick Lamar? That's what I'm asking.
No, it's shit gonna sound like
history has shown that the Neptunes could take a rapper to the next level. Period. And they did it with Snoop. They did it with Slim Thug, whack ass. I don't see how he got one, but they did it with him. They could have absolutely did it with J. Cole, yo.
My thing is
I'm not saying they can't do it with J. Cole, but I'm saying.
Hello?
I'm saying, I'm not saying they couldn't do it with J. Cole. I guess I'm going off of this clips that you're playing. So my apologies.
You don't like the song?
I agree with y'all.
You don't like the mix?
No.
Okay.
No. I agree with y'all. If he sat in the studio with Pharrell and them, and they would, but it wouldn't be you don't have to call shit.
Dope. it would definitely. Yeah, it'd definitely be dope. It just wouldn't be that.
I mean, I had more songs.
I don't think that's for him.
My thing is
that particular one.
Just by asking this question, is kind of unfair to Cole because of the type of artist he is.
Okay.
Like out of all these artists, he's the only artist that do his own beats. So if you're gonna take that away from him,
Kanye kind of.
Oh yeah, I forgot Kanye was in. Yeah, I don't even count him. Kanye shouldn't even be in it. Like they shouldn't be in the same. Like they wouldn't be in verses. Nigga. Like they wouldn't.
Oh, this was just like a regular. This was just like a regular. Who sophomore album was better that I grabbed, and I just felt like.
I put Kanye already in like the Hall of Fame to me. I don't count him when it comes to these niggas no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though he is still making music, you know what I'm saying? But
still delivered.
Yeah, he already in the Raptors first ballot. He has to be.
Wow. Okay.
Already, he's done.
While we're here,
Kanye does not have to record another song. He's in the Hall of Fame already.
While we're here, let's talk about it, man. The latest member of the Billionaires Boys Club, man, Kanye West. I mean, is
it true?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's certified he a billionaire?
The way that they broke it down, though, it's like, yeah, he is, but it's almost like, why do we care?
Well, it's not. Well,
I think it's a Dre. I think it's a Dre 50 type situation.
Dre
so like
50?
when they were saying Dre, like when they were saying Dre became a billionaire with the Apple deal, and then 50 sold vitamin water for $500.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's like it's that's the figure, but when I read the article, it's broken down. Like it says, oh, this is involved, this is included, this is liquid, this is property.
Yeah, because so his net worth altogether is $1 billion. His net worth, period.
Yeah, none of these niggas that we're talking about are really billionaires when it comes to cash. Like that's not how that works.
Yeah,
like, they're not billion. They don't have $1 billion in the bank. I hope people know that.
The way
so their net worth,
if they liquidate all their assets and shit like that, it'll equal up to $1 billion.
Like liquidate access and all that, sell businesses and all that.
The way it's set up.
Shout out to Kanye for billions.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to Kanye West. But as a man who doesn't have $1 million, I congratulate him. But yeah, the way it's set up is he has about $17 million in cash. But everything else is if he was to sell off So people got to understand, if he was to sell everything he owns, he could possibly get 3.3 billion, which he won't, because you can't sell, used property. Because basically his house is worth, his cars is worth, his sneaker deal is worth. He's not going to sell anything he's not going to sell anything that he owns for the market value because it's used. So even if he sold everything he owned, he's not going to get the 3.3 billion. But as of right now, it's all worth that.
And plus, I still don't to this day, maybe because I'm married and I'm probably the only one who cares about shit like this because I'm married. Even when it comes to like Jay-Z and Beyonce, how they count their incomes, I don't know how they count it when their spouse makes so much money. I don't get it. It's hard to separate when it comes to that. When y'all do your taxes, if y'all get married, like it's hard for one spouse to be a billionaire and the other one is what? Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Like they're married. Like so when you say he's a billionaire, obviously he's filthy rich. But when his wife is Kim Kardashian, even if he wasn't a billionaire, he would never have to spend any money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're rich regardless. Like even with his spouse, like all that counts, even though they probably not counting it as his income. Yeah, that counts also. Please believe it.
So
It's true.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, well, so I was just going to say, to me, this made me think about the Kanye rants and meltdowns. For him not being included in certain things, for Jay-Z not treating him like an equal. These are things that he's saying. For the fashion industry blackballing him, to his, going to gospel music. Basically, everything he's done, to him, it looks like it's paid off. Is there anything that we want to say to where we're like, okay, Kanye, we get it, or nah, you still was a little brat when you made those moves? Or because he's a billionaire now, are we like, he knew what he had to do to get to this moment? Like,
I think he was just flexing his ability to do whatever, just like Snoop.
Snoop's not a billionaire.
It's not about being. I don't know. Just him becoming a billionaire doesn't change the way I feel about him, whether I felt bad or good about him.
Well, his arguments,
fucking nuts. Yeah.
His arguments was though he wanted to be creative, and there were people hating on his creativity, and now that
as they do,
right? Yeah, but he knew that if they allow him to do the sneakers the way he wanted to do them, do his clothes the way he wanted to do it, he could be a success. So his meltdowns came from people trying to stop him, which are like the Yeezys. If it wasn't for the Yeezys, he wouldn't be a billionaire. You get what I'm saying? So this whole time he's scratching and crawling to be creative with his shoes. For him to become a billionaire shortly afterwards, I just say, man, do you look at Kanye West and be like, okay, I get why you were so upset. That's all I'm saying.
So let me just chime in real quick. I mean, so me personally, me and that nigga birthday a day apart. You feel me? So I kind of like feel deeply when he be going on his rants. I don't say it too much because I always see, but I be understanding where he be coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how AI was going off on practice and shit like that. You know what I mean? Felt him too because his birthday the same day as mine. So I get it. These dudes is geniuses in they feel. So they want to do things their way, the same way as me. I want to do shit my way because I see the vision. I know the vision. So I understand clearly what he was thinking about in regards to his rants and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Shout out to him being a billionaire. That's all I'm saying about that because I'm mad because I'm not a billionaire.
My whole thing is just keep. When you in that field, do what the fuck you want to do. You get what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Like, he felt like people was pulling on him into money, trying to he want to go to gospel.
Of course, they going to blackball him.
But I don't think he's blackballed.
He said he was. That's all I'm saying.
In the beginning,
yeah. In the beginning,
also said he was broke. He also said he was broke.
When he was talking to Sway and all that, somebody he spent like $13 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they said that Kim Kardashian paid a lot of his bills at one point. I mean, these are things.
Well, I was about to say I'm pretty sure that it is very, very hard to get into the fashion world if you're an African American. That's a fact.
Period. Whether you're a rapper or anything,
that's a fact. So with him saying he was blackballed, even though Kanye be saying shit, he probably was right.
Right.
It's just
how he move, how he deliver his shit. Yeah. It's how he bring it to.
Yes, it's
like,
not. It's
he don't
not
move
about
the same way Jay moves. Like
most of the time, it's never about what Kanye said. It's how he said it.
Right. A lot of the stuff he said, yeah.
It's how he said it. That interview with Sway turned people off because how he acted, not because of what he was saying. Right. It's the same thing when Dame Dash be talking. When Dame Dash be talking, a lot of people hate the messenger, not the message. Like the shit that he be saying, a lot of it is really, really true. But he's an asshole. And the way he come across, and the way he explains stuff, like he's an asshole. You're not going to want to listen to him.
Yeah. That's definitely a fact. Like everything he said when it came to like whatever or whoever he said about, he just either wasn't supposed to say it or it was just delivered wrong from him. I think everything he said has some truth to it. It's just you can't say it because you're Kanye West. We don't want to hear it from you.
But here's the thing, though. I made a statement saying it's hard for African Americans getting into fashion and shit like that. But the rock, they did it. We got it. We did it. Sean John did it. You know what I'm saying? Rockaware.
That's different. That's different. That's different. Kanye.
I know. I'm just saying, but he might have been looking at it. Look like this. We were still in here. We doing this type of fashion. Why can't I do that kind of fashion?
Yeah, I get it.
Because it was always,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody has an opinion on what another person should do or what he should be. Like, it's people really hanging him for doing gospel or going gospel. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's people like in my opinion, he wasn't right ever since his mom passed away. You get what I'm saying? Which
I agree.
Which is rightfully so. So I never hung him, even after he said what he said on TMZ. I never hung. Oh, fuck Kanye. Uncle
Man, he got hung with the George Bush. Don't care about black people.
Like I don't like. I fuck with Kanye. Taylor Swift owed Kanye a couple bottles, maybe a couple million. Because we started paying attention to Taylor Swift after that.
And you brought up a great point. And Jay, I think that the reason why some people was emotionally involved because when things did happen, Kanye West took up for, the black community and people sided with him. So when he changed his conversation emotionally, if you were tied to him to help you, he kind of like hurt your feelings. When he went from George Bush, don't care about black people to, black people, you're on your own, whatever his message was. It was like, this isn't the guy that.
And that's your
slavery was the choice and all that.
Yeah.
And that's your fault for being invested. I'm against requiring athletes, actors, rappers coming back and doing what they do. Like, hey, it's not a requirement.
Jay, I have a question for you, Jay.
What?
Because What's it's up? Not. No. I have a question for you. If somebody or something was to say something or do something, who would that be to be like, damn, I can't believe they did that? I'm just saying, anybody, any artist, any person, anybody, anything. Because I don't know who you look to say, hey, you're my old head, or I look to you for guidance.
Nobody.
Okay, I just wanted to know that. Because
I'm not gonna lie, I agree with Jay.
Okay.
I never looked at Kanye as the person that I should care if he say shit like that.
Not Kanye,
that's why
people do though.
But
I do though.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of people do. A lot of people are invested in these celebrity lives and whatever they say, they do.
I don't put any celebrity on pedestals. I never have. So when they say stuff, I usually generally say most of them stupid anyway. Like I never put his words never had weight to me, even when he said the stuff that we agreed with.
Yeah.
So when he say stuff that we don't agree with, like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was stupid, but I wasn't upset. Like, he's just talking. Like, it doesn't affect me at all.
So with that being said, like if you don't listen to him, and he, even though he giving us, some game and everything, but you don't listen to him, change that to like when Jay-Z do a song like the story of OJ, and he's throwing all types of gems in that song and shit. Right. Would you pay attention to those gems?
No, because you gotta think about how old a lot of them shits I already know. Like with credit, I'm in my 40s. Like
not you personally. But like you as a fan of music and hip hop and everything. Like
you.
So here's my thing.
It all depends on what type of person you are. Like
here's my thing, right?
To heart.
So my thing is, you just gotta adapt the ability to, receive what you need to receive and dispose of the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Like that's my theory of it. So Yeah, the whole credit thing and I mean the OJ Black thing and all of that. Like he did drop gems. There was people saying like, "Oh, he's rich. We don't need to listen to him." Da 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 da. Or I mean, or even people say black excellence. That's cool, but it's just like if he did something negative or he said something crazy. Not to say I agree with it. It's just like, all right, you get what I'm saying? Like even like when people bring up like Kobe Bryant, oh he a rapist or he a snitch. Okay, like he's a great basketball player. Like you get what I'm saying? Like at the time, I'm invested in him as a basketball player. Not him as a person.
I ain't gonna lie. When he told on Shaq though, I stopped being invested in him as a basketball player. I'm not even gonna lie.
What?
I'm not even gonna lie. Even though I know he nasty, even though I know he went back to back on them boys and all that without Shaq. You know what I'm saying? After that, I mean, like I don't know. He told on. You told. So bro, you can't. You violated the man code, bro.
But to you, that I mean, why did you care that much?
I'm just like, yo, like. Anybody that do some shit like that is just like I'm looking at you crazy, like
you a sucker, like
you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be just Kobe. You can be Joe Blow from down the street. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just fuck with you from a distance.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm acknowledge the niceness. He was dope and all that, but I wasn't playing with him on live. It'll be 2K and none of that. It's like you feel me?
So
but keeping up with the conversation of like people throwing gems out through their lyrics and shit. I know a lot of street dudes, especially me coming up, when I was running through these streets as a young boy, you know what I'm saying, lost and looking to see how to navigate these streets, man. A lot of these rappers, the Locks, MOP, Mob Deep, you know what I'm saying, Nori and them, they was teaching niggas through their lyrics about this, and that, and shit.
And that's my point.
You feel me?
So many people call Jay-Z their father. So if I get it when people are emotionally invested because you learn so much from your favorite artists. So for somebody like Kanye West, who is one way this week, and you like, yo, I look up to Kanye West, not only for music, but inspiration. And I know he's going to, you know what I mean, guide us into this direction. Then huh?
Well, these celebrities know they role models, man. They know they role models.
I get it, but I guess maybe personally, I never thought of celebrities like that. Like I understand what
Florida's saying, but I get it. Weird. My thing is, my thing is though, regardless of if you go left or if you go right, I'm the type of person, and Ant might be this way too, because it might be like a Gemini thing, but we kind of understand everybody's reasoning for why they do things. Like there's a few things that I would never understand. You know what I'm saying? And those like sexually assaulting people, things like that. But if you
that's crazy.
Right. But if you need an artist to be a father figure for you, I get it. If you don't care for an artist or celebrity to be a father figure for you, I get it. So all I'm saying is Kanye West does have people that follow him, and that's their thing.
Right.
That's all.
My whole thing is entertainment. I don't believe in half that shit.
But that's you.
I don't believe in the relationships. I don't believe in the beefs. I don't believe in none of that shit.
And you got a valid point.
You're serving your purpose. You're serving your purpose. You're only here to entertain. Like people might be off topic, but the Coffee and Kareem movie.
Yeah.
I can't believe she did that. It's entertainment. She's an actor. Like what do you mean? It's depicting black people the wrong way. She's an actor. Entertainment. Chill. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
here's the thing, though, man. Here's the thing. All right,
you can't make everybody happy, like regardless
at all.
Do.
Right. Yeah. However, but when you, a lot of times, celebrities and stuff, they take on those roles as being role models and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they know kids is watching or certain people watching, so they take on that. So it's like when you see your person that you look up to as a role model doing something crazy, it's like. Eddie Murphy was on where? Bitch, he picked up a tranny where? Like, bitch, what? Like it's crazy. Like, you feel me? Like,
I don't know.
To me, I just hate when artists and musicians, like, if they put their foot forward to say that I am a role model and act like they're perfect, even though it's fake. I hate that shit.
So,
like, that's not a role model to me. They just fake.
Are y'all ready for the breaking news? For what I wanted to talk about earlier, but I saved it for now.
What's up? Breaking news.
We got the next versus battle, and it's going down April. Damn, I just seen it. It's going down April 30th. Yeah, April 30th. This Thursday, 8 p.m.
Okay.
It is the next versus battle, celebrating 50 combined years of hits. I think I read that right. Ladies and gentlemen, We got, celebrating over 50 combined years of hits. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia. What are we doing?
Yo, that's not a bad matchup though.
It's not.
That's a pretty good matchup, fellas. I didn't think of that. Man. They both got joints, man.
Bone Thugs versus 3-6.
I'm going with 3-6, man.
Crazy.
I got 3-6.
I might go with 3-6.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
I got 3-6.
It's gonna be a lot of joints I haven't heard.
What they gonna
Still Fly? Come on. What they gonna do with Still Fly? Come on.
What they gonna do when Chicken Head come on, fam?
I'm riding with Bone, yo.
Bone?
I'm riding with Bone, yo.
Cause of Crossroads, nigga. What the hell Bone got?
Nah. This is why. Because Bone, number one, they styles is so raw. They rap fast as hell, but they harmonize with it. Shit sounds so dope. You know what I'm saying? It's always sounded dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, Flaw. They're not going 20, right?
They got to do like 10.
It's not 20, right? They
50 years, yo.
I can skim through this to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, where you get the 50 years from?
It says it right there. It says celebrating over 50 combined years of hits. Wrote Crazy Bone on Instagram. I'm reading off the article.
Man, Crazy Bone wrote it.
Well, I'm just going on what he said.
For one, I thought you said Gravy Bone, nigga.
Nah, Crazy Bone. Okay, but look. If 3-6 Mafia's been out for 30 years, probably, or both of them got 25 years apiece. Think about that, though.
You talking about the same niggas that actually you talking about the same niggas that actually fed into the whole Migos and greatest group of all time conversation.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. Like, why are you like if the Migos say they're the best group, just let them have it.
So it looks like it's going to be crazy. So it looks like it's going to be Crazy Bone versus DJ Paul, but they're going to be playing their song. So it's just going to be DJ Paul and Crazy Bone.
Man.
I'll watch it.
I'm good,
man.
I'll watch it.
I don't want to watch this.
I'm good off that.
I got you.
Wait, which one's Crazy Bone? That's the dark skin one, right?
Dark skin ones. Yeah, the dark skin one, skinny one. Yeah.
Crazy Bone is the one that did the song with Billionaire, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going
to. Bone is I think
Hold on. We need to stop acting like it matters.
I don't care about this battle, yo. I really don't. I'm not even watching this battle.
I don't care.
The only way I might watch this battle is to hear Notorious Thugs. Yo.
I don't care. Nope. I don't care.
Thug Love.
So
it could have been Milk Bone playing them joints. I got 3-6.
Let's talk about it, though, right? Let's talk about it. I think 3-6 Mafia has the better catalog, but Bone Thugs has the songs that you need to skip. Don't compete with them. And one of them is the first. Huh?
They got like the hits. Like
they got hits. They got hits.
Yeah, Bone Thugs has the record that you just need not to compete with. For example, when the first of the month come on, DJ Paul needs to play a throwaway. Just play a throwaway. Don't compete.
Thugs comes on, bro.
Huh? Yeah, when Notorious Thugs
drop.
Yeah.
Crossroads. Notorious Thugs.
The song they did on the soundtrack and set it. Damn. That was my shit too.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. Days of Our Lives.
Come into my world and you can see that we have more than thugs.
Okay, 5. So far, okay, look.
Get him, Ant.
So far,
that shit.
So far, we got 5. So far, we got 5 untouchable from Bone Thugs. We got Crossroads, First of the Month, Ruggish Thuggish Bone, the song Ant, which is Notorious Thugs,
Days of Our Lives,
and Days of Our Lives. That's 5.
Days of Our Lives. Yep, Days of Our Lives.
5.
No, that's a strong ass 5.
It is.
But then you still got Thug Love.
Which one is that?
Bone Thugs.
They still got the They got the song they did with Mariah.
Still got the song they did with Mariah.
Breakdown.
Yeah. I ain't go front.
I don't think of right now.
I ain't go front, fellas. They need to go 10.
Yeah,
that might be it. Might be it.
They got their own individual joints.
Yeah.
The shit off of Friday.
Yeah, this is for the weed heads. I like that record.
Hey, hold on. Y'all, they playing. Y'all want them to play that though?
Yes.
That's all was wrong.
I like that song.
They're gonna lose. Yeah, that's a lost round.
You're older. I wasn't a huge 3-6 fan.
Now look, right?
Fly, tear the club up.
Tear the club up. Come on, what's gonna happen,
bro? Tear the club up. Tear the club up. That's what. That's what
Cheddar
Cash
Club
Money.
was the song that was fucking banned from motherfucking club.
Yeah.
That's the song Cash Money.
Chicken Head.
I don't think so, Ed.
I think so.
Nah.
What's the got that Stay Fly? What's that? I be on it. No, that's not them.
Christian,
That's Big Boy.
Big Boy. No, I think
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Whoa.
Yeah. They won a Grammy for that shit.
Whoa.
Won an Oscar.
I'm sorry, an Oscar for that. I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah. Hard out there for a pimp. What's they gonna do?
Like I said, I wasn't. You know what I mean? Bands to make her dance.
I got 3-6. Bands to make her. Yeah, I got 3-6. Yeah,
that's Juicy J, right? Oh, yeah.
Wait.
It's a rap.
Juicy J. Wait. But Juicy J left 3-6 and produced on his own. Since this is DJ Paul, can he just grab Juicy's catalog? Because I don't know if they're cool.
He was always.
They're not cool. Bro. They're not talking to each other, man. Unless they pieced it up.
I think it's still 3-6 though.
Yeah, but Jay left on bad terms. Like they weren't talking. Then they might be talking now.
I can play the songs though, Flo.
But that doesn't mean. So you saying Diddy can't play Loon shit because he's no longer with them, or
no,
he wouldn't play.
Jay, wait.
For what? I got 2 points. 2 points. Hold on. For one, he owns it, so yes, he could play it. It was on Bad Boy. 2, he would not play any Loon song. Any of them. Not one.
But my point is this, though, Jay.
He wouldn't play a snippet of any Loon song.
And let me add on to that. Diddy would play the songs. If he did play the songs, he would play the songs that he helped produce. I'm saying that when Juicy J left, there was no more DJ Paul. Now, he can still play the Juicy J that him and Juicy J produced. But I'm saying the bands that make her dance.
Bands will make you dance.
It's not 3-6. Right. That's under Taylor Gang. That's a Taylor Gang, right?
Here we go, bro.
That's Wiz Khalifa.
Is 3-6 fucking Mafia, bro.
Let's just say here we go with the caveat.
No, that's
right.
not.
He's fucking 3-6 Mafia,
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what we're saying.
He can play all the Juicy J. He can play all the Juicy J from whenever. He can play that. But what I'm saying to you is, I don't like DJ Paul no more. I'm leaving, y'all. This is not 3-6 Mafia. This is not a 3-6 Mafia sound. I'm creating something else. Can DJ Paul grab that? That's all I'm asking.
Yes, he can, and all I care about is when Poppin' My Collar come on.
Okay, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Collar. Yeah, that's my shit.
Take club up, Poppin' My Collar, side to side.
What are you gonna do when Riding Spinners come on? I'm riding spinners. I'm riding spinners.
That's that shit.
Yeah,
man.
Don't say.
She don't want to be shit.
Oh my! Hey yo, hold on, man. Bubble might get washed. Hold on, now that I think about it.
We always say that until
we do always. You right?
Until somebody fuck up the chick.
They gonna play some old ass. I'm saying like
before they gonna play some shit that they think we like. But again, these are I don't know. Hey, yo, I'm tired of calling niggas real.
So listen, it's some niggas right now from Cleveland right now cussing us out.
Can the nigga Crazy Bone play the joint with Billionaire though? Can he play his verse on Riding Spinners though? I mean, what's that? Riding Dirty.
Riding Dirty.
Yes.
Can he play his verse?
Yes.
He should.
If Juicy J can play outside shit, can he play his? Yeah, like okay.
Yeah. To me, I think they should play whatever they was associated with. Like Floss said, if DJ Paul is the one playing the track, if he ain't had nothing to do with the Juicy J song, then maybe he might not play it. I get it.
That's all I'm saying.
All them 3-6 Mafia songs, he can win with those.
Yes.
If he plays them right.
All the 3-6 Mafia and affiliates, DJ Paul and Juicy J produced them all. And that's why I love producers who can sit there and create and produce entire projects. RZA, Manny, 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite type of producers.
Right, because we just talked about the songs by 3-6 Mafia.
We don't know what else they did.
We haven't done any 8-Ball to MJG shit they did. No UGK shit.
Yo,
I know this shit.
Time out.
So it's not really fair then. So it's not really fair then.
Y'all got Young Buck on the shit.
Yo,
Lil Jon.
Y'all know what 3-6 Mafia produced? I'm about to try to find this record right now. Talk real quick while I find this record.
I'm sure is something dope because DJ Paul and Juicy J are both like they real musical heads. They just hood niggas. That's all.
It's not fair, man.
Like they're good producers.
These niggas is rappers / singing niggas. Like we don't know how much production they do if they even do any production. So they're gonna be limited from the rip. They're gonna be playing joints that we didn't know they did, or joints that was
what they
gonna do in their hometown before they got hot.
Yeah, because
what they gonna do when this come on?
But they produce it. What
they gonna do when this come on? Hold on, come on.
We waiting for it to come on.
Yeah, I know.
They're probably gonna do like we doing, waiting.
No looking back. Take the eye rig off. Hey,
yo, Jay would have left.
Yeah, word like
Jay was like, I'm going.
I'm out.
Yo, I be in there, bro. Every battle I in there, I throw like 15 bars and shots up.
I did it a couple times.
I throw about 15 of them up.
Y'all hear that?
I do it too. And
we don't hear shit.
Nah, that's it. Nah, we don't hear that. But listen, anybody got anything to talk to the great one about? Because it's almost 8. I gotta go get some milk and shit before everything closed. Anybody want to talk to me about something?
Oh, we about to get about here too, Anks. I gotta get some milk too. I gotta go get some almond milk.
Well, before we go, let's talk about the Nelly shit real quick.
Man,
because we need to talk.
So the nigga Nelly, I saw the interview on the Breakfast Club where he responded and backed up his claims to him and his people making Air Force Ones famous through their song. Now, the interview, he said that Nike paid for the tour. They paid for the tour during that summer when Nellyville came out because of that song. He went on tour, and bitch, after that, Air Force Ones went from $59.99 to $99.99, and they stayed $99.99 since. So he says he and his crew absolutely made Air Force Ones famous.
To me, right, from a nigga that grew up in the 80s and 90s in New York City and up and down the East Coast, that's nonsense.
That's what he said. He said he said they weren't global like how they are now. He said they were only on the East Coast. I'm
trying to figure out why famous or very popular means global.
Because that's what he said he did. But he said he took them global.
But yeah, but okay, cool. But he didn't make it popular though.
Because that song wasn't even a hit.
Yeah, bro. I'm just telling you what he told Charlamagne and them, yo.
And
they agreed with him.
And for him to say that shit in New York City, like
he wasn't in New York. He was on the phone.
Well, I know.
So he said he was in New York.
Talking to a New York station.
He said he was in New York, right?
Like,
and he said he was
to a New York station.
He said he was in New York at some point, right, when he was hot. And he was looking for some classic Reeboks, because you know there's some of them niggas down south wear.
Yes.
Some all-white classic Reeboks and K-Swiss. He said he was looking for them. They didn't have them up there. So they told him, bro, this is what we wear, the Air Forces. So he said he looked at the Air Forces and said they look like old man shoes and shit, but reluctantly he started wearing them and shit. So he did the song. Said once he did the song, this shit was $60. Yo, he went on tour all over the world on his Nellyville tour. He came back, and a year later, this shit was $100. And that's when... After that, everybody
to me, that just means Nike. To me, that just means Nike used them.
So then he said, after that, that's when people start getting their own brands of Air Force. For example, the Rock and Wear Air Force with the logo. No. He said all that came. He said all that came after him. His way.
I feel like sign like Jay side.
If you want to check it out, it's the late. He went on the Breakfast Club. It's like a week ago, bro.
We're not doubting you. We're not doubting you what he's saying. We're doubting what this is
telling you what he said.
That's crazy.
So I'm just like,
I will say, I'm gonna take it back to a throwback. I'm gonna take it back to a classic DVD. When I watched the Hood DVDs. Things are different across the globe.
Yeah.
They're very different across the globe. And even they were saying it. They was just like, yo, them East Coast niggas only worry about getting fly. They only worry about being fly. We worry about getting money. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, fashion. He might have brought it to the Midwest and all of that. Yeah. Like I said, they wear different things. I still don't, like, it's a culture thing, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say who did it, but
you remember, man, when I was coming up, bro, you only could get two niggas. Only really got a couple different colors, bro. You had the white ones, you had the black ones. You might get a dope white ones with the red in it or something like that.
Right.
But after
everybody had a different color bubble.
04, 05, man, they start coming out with all types of Air Forces, bro. Ones with fucking
niggas wasn't rocking them though.
It was crazy.
We was rocking the Gucci edits. We was rocking the one
like
Jersey edits.
Like when Cam had the little old boy video, we had the Gucci and the Coogee and his shit. Like that's when they start going crazy with him, yo. Like niggas.
Well, that doesn't mean he made it. That doesn't mean he made it famous. That just niggas got creative and just started throwing prints on Air Forces,
and then they fell off.
But they did it. But they did it with everything. They did it with Jordans. They did. I mean, but my whole thing is, I don't know who made the whole black Air Force Ones for robbers.
Nah,
like a fresh pair of the right outfit, a fresh pair of black joints look dope.
They always look dope. Like always.
I ain't go front. I feel like blaming Nelly for like culture appropriation right now. I'm pissed. Fuck out of here, man. Like I was being an old New York nigga. I'm like, that bothers me.
And this is one of the reasons why I hate having a conversation with people from other like regions, because they then say it's New York bias, right? For them to say only New York niggas wear Air Force Ones, well, he's wrong, because he has no way to prove that. Because there were, you mean to tell me that there was nobody in Missouri who had Air Force Ones? Nelly, you can't prove that there was not.
Nope.
You can't prove that there weren't. He can't prove that. That's what I'm saying. You can never say nobody unless you're just speaking a figurative number. But since
and I'm not counting just because niggas in Missouri's wore it, that don't mean they popular. Fuck that. Like they was already popular before this fucking song.
That's a fact. And
not just in New York though. That's what I'm saying. Like they was popular all up and down the East Coast.
To add on what Ant was saying, yes, Air Force Ones was a sweet spot for people who could only afford $60 pair of shoes. So I want to flip off the Nelly for making them $100, and for parents aren't able to afford a pair of Air Force Ones because Nelly put them on.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's right.
They was the go-to $60.
Them was the go-tos, bro.
But everything got inflated. Jordan, 10, Air Force, everything got inflated.
No, but according, I agree with you, Jay. But according to Nelly, he was the reason.
He was the one that did it, bro. He did it.
It wasn't inflation. I'm just going by what he said.
Right, that's what I'm doing, Jay.
But because you ain't make a Timberland song, you ain't make a Jordan song. You ain't nah.
But we're only talking about Air Force Ones.
So other companies might have followed suit, bro.
Yeah, but my thing is,
big company.
If Nelly, if that is true, what Nelly is saying, that means he is bad. What he did then.
Yeah. Because I ain't bought a pair of Air Forces, bitch, in like 5 years. To be honest with you,
it's kind of stupid what he said. Like, I made them so popular they doubled in price. Okay, cool. You made every black kid pay double for sneakers, that they would have before,
right?
So don't be proud of that. Like, I understand, like, yes, you're a rapper. Like, you was famous. Like, Nelly should be in the Hall of Fame also. You should not get credit for this, though. This is not a good thing to get credit for. Like, it's not.
Right. You can't have that conversation. I made Air Force Ones popular. You can't have that argument.
Yeah, have it with a nigga from St. Louis, just not from anywhere else.
Yeah, like, just say, I brought Air Force Ones to St. Louis.
Nothing is wrong with that at all. Nothing. Like if he would have just said that, I'd have been cool. Like that makes perfect sense. You're right. Like you flagship that. Like you was the man when it comes to that.
But globally,
I made him popular
worldwide.
Trends take a while for trends. Well, it used to take a while for trends to float. Bro, I remember I got chased down. I forgot what club it was in Philly. I got chased down from the third floor to outside by security. Yo, when you get the Big C champion? Where you get the Big C champion from? Huh? The Big C champion sweatshirt you want? Where you get it from?
The store, nigga. Like, the mall. Like any fucking Sears. Nigga.
Real quick, we ain't got these
real quick. Let me just finish this real quick, and I really got to go get some milk, yo. So Nelly went on to say in this interview he got a little upset. You know, he was like, "Yo, East Coast dudes don't ever want to give like us country dudes are just due." You know what I'm saying? He said out of his own mouth, if he would have lived in New York or come from New York, at his peak, he would have been the biggest artist in the world. So they were like, Nelly, you were rapper. But he would say he would have been the biggest rapper in the world. So they told him, Nelly, you were the biggest rapper in the world at one point. He said, yeah, I know, but it was different. Like, if I would have came from the Mecca, New York, it would have been a different, like, I'd have been, like, top 5 and people, like, da-da-da-da.
Didn't I say this earlier?
You would have been able to,
didn't I say this earlier?
Able to rap like us?
Didn't I say this earlier? You can't have a conversation with anybody outside of the East Coast without them saying East Coast bias.
Yeah.
We love Nelly. We love Nelly. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Whoa, you love Nelly.
You know what I mean? He sold wild records.
Like, I just hate when people think I don't like Nelly just because I disagree with what you say. I don't have no problem with Nelly at all. Like, I don't.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't play Nelly music. I never hated Nelly. But what he said was bullshit. It's just the truth.
I still play music. Shit, he ripped grills.
He's saying
that's my favorite verse.
It's hard. It's hard for us to actually digest that because if we remember, Nelly went the country route as well. He went the singing route. And even though Drake has that route, Drake I think is a better lyricist than Nelly. So there's a lot of things that go into the factor of if he was from New York. If he was from New York, he probably wouldn't have been Nelly.
So you trying to say that? So you trying to say he tried to appropriate the more than one culture?
Yeah, pretty much.
He was a country artist.
Whoa, wait. I'm sorry, Flaw. I got to pick on you. I'm not going to say. The way you said it, you made it sound like that shit was actually a debate.
What's the debate?
Who's the better lyricist, Drake or Nelly?
No, I said Drake is better. I didn't say who. I said Drake is better.
But that's what I'm saying. Now, I know, I understand that, but the way you said it,
I brought it up.
Yeah, I guess me. You shouldn't have to lyricist.
That's what I guess.
Listen. I brought it up because in my mind, I honestly think he's looking at Drake and saying that was me. To me, I think that's what he's doing.
It wasn't.
Wasn't what?
He wasn't Drake.
But to him, he's saying I was. That would have been me.
He has every right to feel like.
And that's
I said,
all I'm saying.
He has every right to feel it. Now he did have everybody wearing fucking Band-Aid.
But all I'm saying to you is, I think he's looking at Drake. I think he's looking at Drake.
You're right.
To me, I think he's looking at Drake and comparing himself, but he's not as big because he's not the lyricist that Drake is. But they both had the singing, rapping combo type of vibe. Or I don't know if you call what Nelly doing was singing, but they had that combo.
Well, Drake shit was different though, because Drake was really singing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nelly has a sing-songy flow. Like
Dilemma was huge.
His voice is just.
So he had the whispers.
Borderline singing on the lip. He borderline singing.
It was huge,
that's
though.
Not singing.
It was huge.
It was huge, but that's not singing.
But that was the first of its kind, right? On that level?
No.
Ja Rule wasn't out there, I don't think Ja was popping.
We just fucking talked about Bone Thugs.
That was harmonizing.
Yeah. Harmonizing.
Bone Thugs and harmony.
Speaking of harmonizing, man, my snippets went viral. I got like 70 views, so that's viral for me.
Well, let us hear something.
Like, I got more than 70. I got more than 70 views, but I got a couple amount of views and shit. I mean, so
let us hear something real quick.
About that. No.
Nigga said no. I'm good.
I can't like doing it on the spot. I gotta just do it. You feel me? I can't.
It's all good.
But look out for that record coming soon. I'm trying to get in the studio, man, for real.
Hey, man, I'm pretty sure all of us creatively have been just locked up and ready to get bust out.
So I'm trying to get in somebody's studio for real. I never recorded. Well, I recorded once in the studio, but I never sang in the studio. I rapped when I was a rapper.
Jay, how that homework coming, bro?
MC such and such.
Listen, fuck all you niggas. Take a fucking read and write music, bro. That shit is Jay, man. Like, that shit is mad easy, yo. I will say.
Hold on, it is not easy, and stop it.
Okay, well.
I will say.
It's another language. It's another language.
When you understand it, it's hard to get it. But once you understand it, and you know the concepts and all that, like I'm having trouble with triads and all of that. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's a foreign language. And somebody was having a Facebook debate about producers and beat makers, and I kind of started to get offended because I don't want to go there because I'm not there yet. But I don't want to start talking about separating the men from the boys. And yeah, you can make a beat. You can make a beat. You can make a sequence, and you can program. And all of your shit, but do you understand theory? Do you understand the reason why these chords make these sense? Do you understand doing this I mean, like, can a nigga give you sheet music? Can a nigga give you sheet music and give it to you and be like, write this? You get what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm about to tell you, yo. That's good. That's cool. I hear exactly what you're saying, bro, but some individuals have the innate ability to just understand music within their soul. For example, R. Kelly. He don't know how to read or write a music or a letter, period. But he know that music. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. No, I'm with you because the same thing with like players or people who learn how to play an instrument from a young age. They grow up knowing the formalities, but they don't play with soul. I know somebody they don't play with soul. They just don't have that feeling. They can play classical music up and until their fucking fingers is green.
Yeah.
But can they do some shit with soul? I'm with that. I respect all producers and beat makers. I just encourage people to learn how to read and write music because it changes the dynamic.
But yo,
Shout out
fellas,
to Ryan Leslie, yo.
fellas, I got to get up out of here. Hit the store for 8:00. So
I'm already at the store. I'm at Save a Lot.
I gotta get some milk.
Yeah.
But this was a dope episode, man. Barz and Shotz, the podcast.
Surgery, Mac B. Ow.
Damn it. I'm cutting that out.